Well, good afternoon everybody. It's the 17th of June 2022 and I'll try and be brief on this. There are some videos out that are quite good, well made, discussing the Melbourne to Adelaide overland and what could be the solutions to the very long and slow trip at present. I'd like to offer one more solution to it, shall I say, and then that would be for V-Line to have a standard gauge velocity train operating only from Adelaide to Ararat and across the platform transferred for a fast broad gauge velocity stopping only at Ballarat and then to Melbourne. It would cut more than 2 hours off the journey, would probably cut 3 hours off the total journey time, very realistically. And even the velocity would cut an hour off just on the Adelaide to Ararat service alone, so you're looking at about a 6-hour journey from Adelaide to Ararat, and then 20 minutes or so turn around and head back. Both trains would be in the platform at the same time. It's across the platform. Transfer is very easy. And the second route that I wanted to discuss briefly, and it has been thought about but no action has been taken, is to have a standard gauge like a haul train for the present time from Ararat to Mildura and return. In other words, they would probably go on 3 days a week from connection, in other words at Maryborough, and head up to Mildura. Now there are some problems to be overcome. One of them is that the stations in many places, including St Arnaud, which I'm familiar with, are not next to the railway line. Where the standard gauge was put in and was moved a metre or two away from the station. So new stations on a simplified and cost-effective design could be built at places like St Arnaud and Donald and Oyen, and of course Mildura. I understand the standard gauge actually goes into the platform there. Now that could be done straight away. Now there are some talk about dual gauging the Geelong to Ballarat and then Ballarat across to Maryborough, so that a train could operate all the way from Melbourne to Mildura as it was many years ago. But for the present time it could be started up within a very short time, without talking about a few months virtually, or the way things operate, so within 12 months. It could be done properly and operated, as I said, initially on 3 days a week, but later on basically daily. You'd require 2 sets of loco haul cars, and of course if the service is deemed to be highly successful, then a velocity train would be used, but not for the present time. However, as I just said, Adelaide to Ararat and return with a standard gauge velocity set would certainly be the very best option for right now. And of course you'd have a virtual non-stop service from Melbourne to Ballarat and then I should say Ararat, across the platform transfer. And also I would like to see the station at Matoa reopened and used, and the current stops that the train makes anyway, the rest of them are quite satisfactory. So I thought I'd offer those 2 ideas up for the lines for consideration for rail enthusiasts, and also of course public transport lobby groups if they're interested in pushing this along a little bit, and of course the rail operators themselves, in this case V-Line, and also this current operator of the overland. I'd like to see it handed over to V-Line for a modern, cost-effective, relatively fast service operating basically every day. So there's my ideas. I'd welcome any comments and questions and a discussion on the matter. So thanks for viewing.